Chapter 4. Reptiles. Snakes, crocodiles, and lizards are reptiles. They are animals that come from eggs. Most snakes in Australia are dangerous. You can die if they put their venom in your body. One of the most venomous snakes in the world is the inland taipan. It lives in hot places and eats small animals. It's difficult to see because its colour changes. This snake isn't usually a problem because it doesn't like to be near people. Crocodiles live in oceans or rivers. They have big teeth and long bodies. They can be 6 meters long. They live for a long time. Some live for more than 100 years. Crocodiles eat meat, fish, and sometimes people. It isn't good to go near a crocodile. But it isn't always easy to see crocodiles. You can sometimes think they are part of a tree in the water. Chapter 5. River and Sea Life. There is a lot of life in Australia's rivers and seas. The platypus lives in Australia's rivers. It's a mammal, but it's very different from other mammals. It's the only mammal to come from an egg, and it's venomous too. People in England first saw the platypus in 1798. They didn't think it was one animal. They thought it was two animals together. The platypus sleeps for 14 hours a day and eats small animals. It uses electricity to see these animals. No other mammal does this. The Great Barrier Reef is a wall of coral in the sea near Australia. It's 600,000 years old and it's very big, 2,600 kilometres long. Very small sea animals make coral and live in it. Coral reefs are a great home for animals and plants. The Great Barrier Reef is home to 1,500 kinds of fish and more than 2,000 kinds of plants. Some of them cannot live in any other place, so they need the reef. The sea is warmer now than it was many years ago. This is bad for coral, and so it's bad for the animals on coral reefs too. Another problem for coral is an interesting kind of starfish. It eats the animals that make coral. There are sometimes too many of these starfish. In 2000, they ate 66% of coral animals on a lot of reefs. The dugong is sometimes called the sea cow. It's the only mammal that always lives in the sea and eats only plants. Most dugongs live near Australia. They can live a long time, up to 73 years. Dugongs like to be together, but often they cannot stay together. They eat a lot, so sometimes they must leave the others to find food. A long time ago, when people first saw a dugong in the sea, they thought it was a person. They went home and told stories of an animal that was half woman and half fish, a mermaid. Chapter 6. What do you think? Governments get money from the people in their country. They often use some of this money to help the animals in their country. The government in Australia made a road in the place where koalas live and travel. This was bad for the koalas. The koalas needed to go easily and safely from one place to another for food. The government decided to pay money to make a tunnel under the road for the koalas to use. Another country that did this is India. Tigers are in danger, so the Indian government uses money to pay for big parks where tigers can live safely. There are now about 40 of these parks in the country. Do you think it is okay for governments to use people's money to pay for things like this? Is it a good idea for governments to help animals? Why or why not? Does your government pay to help animals? Which animals? Does it help the animals where you live?